Hey everyone, good morning and good afternoon. Today we'll be talking about three scary IT mistakes that small and mid-sized businesses often make, and more importantly, how to avoid them. These are the issues that can creep up quietly in the background until one day they cause real damage and downtime and data loss, even compliance failures. And but the good news is with centralized IT practices, they are all preventable. Why should you listen to me? So my name is Alfredo Quiambao. I got, five certifications with, three with CompTIA and two with Microsoft too. For the three scary mistakes, right? Number one is neglecting backup, verification, and then weak. Number two is weak endpoint encryption enforcement, and number three would be skipping regular patch and update cycles. Let's start with backups, right? So most organizations think they have reliable backups until the day they need to restore one. That's when they find out, right, that the backup is incomplete, it's corrupted, or it never ran properly. The key is to just not run backups. It's like never testing your weapons, making sure they work, right? It's making sure that you verify them randomly at that so you can sleep at night, knowing that your backups are working. In a centralized setup, backup monitoring, alerting, and test restores can all be automated and reported. I like to actually remind the clients of the 3-2-1 rule, which is a simple best practice to ensure data safety. With some of our clients, we even go through a quarterly BCDR simulations to make sure that the customers are ready for any disaster that might happen. What this consists of is actually a simulation of a disaster, even like, bringing down the servers, and we will show our customers how long is the turnaround time to make them operational using backups. These processes are very important to making sure that you're ready for a disaster no matter what happens, and you have expectations of when you'll be operational. You have expectations of this will definitely work, which is very, very important. So going back to the 3-2-1 rule, it is a gold standard for data protection. You have three copies of your data, the original and the two backups, two different type of storages, and maybe one on a server and one on the cloud, just an example, and one copy offsite, stored safely away from your office or production environment. This protects you from disaster like flood, fire, theft, ransomware, whatever. You are secured. Whatever happens in your office, you have an offsite backup. If something happens to the cloud, you have an on-site backup. You are secured no matter what happens. That will definitely keep you having a great night when you're sleeping, because you don't have to think, oh, what if this happens? Am I ready? You will be ready, which is, peace of mind is priceless nowadays. Every laptop, every portable drive, every workstation should be encrypted, and no exemptions. But in many small to medium sized businesses, encryption gets set up manually. And some devices slip through the cracks. Believe it or not, this happens very commonly. Centralized management solve this. With the tools like Intune, MDM, or similar systems, we can automatically enforce encryption, store recovery keys safely, and generate compliance reports. That means even if a device is lost, stolen, your data stays protected and you stay compliant, and you can again sleep at night in a better mood. Our third scary mistakes is skipping patch updates. This is very common. It's very easy to let your device just be static with its patching, whether it's software update or it's, operating system updates. And oh boy, cyber criminals loves unpatched systems. Once a vulnerability is in public, automated bots start scanning the internet for systems that haven't been updated. Yes, it doesn't start with phishing. It's all automated, and it's like, I know that number one vector in cybersecurity attacks is phishing, but it doesn't mean that it's the only one. There's hundreds of vectors that you can be attacked, and I might even say is this what comes second after phishing or email phishing? It's your device not being patched properly. And again, this includes your operating systems, your software, your tools. Everything that you use on a computer must be fully patched. They do this for a purpose. By they, I mean the developers, so that any vulnerabilities that is later found by attackers can be fixed. They fix that, so it is our duty to make sure that your device is fully updated. That's where centralized patch management comes in. It's gonna be hard. You're managing 30 computers and you update them one by one, and you don't have any reporting. If you have a centralized patch management like Intune, an RMM or WSUS, we can automate updates, schedule them to minimize downtime, and even handle firmware and third-party applications. The result in this, your entire environment stays secure and without relying on users to click update later, and with everything being scheduled in a convenient manner. So what ties all of these together? One word: centralization. And as I said earlier, centralized IT is a peace of mind. When your IT systems are managed from a single platform, a single pane of glass, backups, encryption, batching, compliance, everything, and I mean everything, becomes visible, consistent, and secure. You can sleep better at night. As I keep saying that because if you're managing your company, if you're the IT of the company, you're really gonna have sleepless nights knowing if you're not secure. And with the centralization, you reduce human error, standardize policies, and gain full control across all devices and users. It's not just about technology; it's about peace of mind. What's next? If you're wondering where's your organization stands today, that's where our IT risk assessment and remediation plan comes in. We'll identify your biggest vulnerabilities, evaluate your current protections, and give you a clear roadmap for improvement. You can scan this QR code on the screen or visit the links to schedule a quick discovery call with our team. We'll be happy to assist you and show you how vulnerable or how secure you are at this point in time. And thank you for joining. Remember, the scariest ID problems are the ones that you don't know are lurking. So let's make sure they don't catch you off guard. Now, before we proceed, is there any questions that anyone might have? I'm happy to answer them.